Alrighty then, we have ourselves a new Spiral Abyss. Let's get this show going. This video is going to be done without taking the blessing into account. However, the blessing isn't particularly impressive, so while I have made a video using the blessing, I'm not necessarily sure if I'll upload it because honestly, all I did is change one character in the first team. I just switched out Lila for Albedo because I did not get Chiori because I am saving up to get Arlecchino. So honestly, the blessing doesn't matter. It's really shitty. Basically, whenever you summon a Geo construct, it creates a shockwave. Now, please note that's not whenever a Geo construct attacks. It's when you summon a Geo construct. So it's not exactly a great blessing, and it doesn't really have that much of a difference. So it just whatever. All right, so this is the teams I worked up with. They kind of work out. I mean, they could be a little bit better, but it works out for the situation. So this is designed to be more of a freeze comp. The first floors are pretty. The first set of floors, or the first, I can never remember what to call them, but the first teams that you go with, the first set, aren't that difficult. They're just, it's a lot of mobs. So get a good CC team, good gathering team, and you should be pretty good, fine. As you see, I use what's his name, Neuvillette to pretty good effect. Venti is also helpful. He can drag almost everything except for the last floor. So this first floor is those alien blobicles, and then it's these two. And then the next floor is more groups of things, and then the last floor is a boss. But the boss, fortunately, kind of stays in the middle, so you can still use Venti to some effect. But if you don't want to, it's use Kazuha instead, or Sucrose maybe. So as you see, I'm also not doing particularly well in damaging them efficiently. I'm kind of mucking it up a bit, but it works out because you'll see. So anyway, first set of fights, bring CC. Bring good CC and gather, and it kind of just takes care of itself. So as you see, I've got, what is that, 7? I'm in the 7s for leftover time. And it doesn't matter because Farina just makes this fight a cakewalk. I don't even need to do all this. I could just kill it without using all these bursts. So, strong single target for the bottom half of the floors. So, your second team. Strong single target because it's all bosses. It's the Dendro Chicken, the Rubik's Cube boss, and then a boss version of the local legend, the Gravity Machine. It's not the boss Gravity Machine, the spinning top, but the one that's kind of like planted into the ground Gravity Machine. You'll see in a sec. But it's all single target for the second one. So try that. This is what I like about Venti and Neuvillette, is that Neuvillette's tornado or hydro pump, you can aim it upwards and hit things with Venti's hit things that are stuck in Venti's tornado. Wow, I can't speak today. So, okay. These things. Now, as you can see, Venti can gather them up. He can't pick them up, but he can gather them. And so if you've got them frozen or if you've got them behind the shield, you can kind of manipulate it and get them all to stay put and just beat the crap out of them with that. The reason why this team might not work as best if you're not careful is because of Layla, because she does produce a shield, and these things get a buff if there's a shield, so you want to try and avoid getting hit by a shield. I brought her because of the extra freeze from her elemental burst, and her, so it kind of works out, as you can see. And that was excessive, but whatever. But yeah, so dealing with that floor, dealing with all of it is just C. And I'll explain another reason why Layla works out pretty good too when we hit the last floor. I remember when this used to take forever, and now just look at how fast this thing goes down. Jeez. Frickin' Farina is gotta be the strongest support. I swear, she's... So, Neuvillette is the strongest DPS, but I think Farina is the strongest character, because, dear God, her buffs. Just look at that. It's disgusting. Alright. Now here is why Layla works for this team that I came up with. It's because it is the Capellia fight, and there is ice damage in this fight. Not a lot. I mean, she specifically is more Anemo, but Capellius, who attacks from the side, does cryo damage. So if you have Layla's shield, she'll be able to absorb the cryo damage far better. And as you can see, Capellia kind of stays mostly in the middle, so you can aim Venti's tornadoes pretty well, which I know helps. And if you have Neuvillette, I would suggest you bring him for the top half because of all the ads and because he can knock her out of her buff state because he's Numa and she is Wisa. And also because... no, actually that's it. Because if you bring Layla, she provides the shield and then he'll keep him from getting knocked out of his Hydro Pump. So it's a good just general damage. And also, he's Neuvillette, so you can do all the AoE DPS to clear all the ads from the first 2 floors. And then he's also great for single target, so it works out. But if you don't have him, then... somebody else would probably be good. Hu Tao might be good. No, Hu Tao wouldn't be that great. Maybe. Yeah, Hu Tao could also work, yeah. Just gotta watch those Whopper Flowers. Alright, so it's this robot device thingy, and Geo breaks its shield and also plunging attacks. While it shields up, you get special jump mechanics, so you can break them with plunging attacks. And as you can see, Farina, is Farina, and just kind of nukes this guy to Kingdom Come, And here comes the Big Bang. Yep. And, you know, if you bring Zhongli for this fight, it's just, you can walk through it. He absorbs all that geo damage with his shield, and it's super easy, no problem, all done. This is a relatively easy one, honestly. If you have a really good, strong single target damage setup, then the bottom floors work. The bottom team is really easy, and you can save a lot of time with it, which means that you can waste some time on the top floors with all the ads running around if you don't have a great CC team or you have to single target them down or something. So it's a pretty decent, pretty easy one to deal with. I don't know. I really don't. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother doing a blessing video because the blessing is it literally is just switch out. For me, it's literally just switch out Layla with Albedo, and that actually causes more headaches than it helps because he keeps breaking the freeze with his geo damage. And then if you have Chiori, my advice would have been switch out Layla with Chiori instead, and it's not worth it. The blessing is not worth it at all. Alright, well, that is the end of the video. If you found it at all helpful, please do like and subscribe. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.